同学们好，今天和老师一起学习14课语法。Right, today with 老师 we get to know lesson 14, the grammar. First, right, because lesson 14 is a revision lesson, reviews everything we learned. So I'd like to sum up 4 kinds of simple sentences. Simple sentences means they have simple predicates. So 4 kinds of simple sentences in Chinese. The first one, the predicate is a verbal predicate, or it's an adjectival predicate, right? Verb, adjective, or a nominal predicate means with a noun as a predicate, or with a subject predict a phrase, right? A verbal phrase as the predicate. So what's the meaning of these 4? We look at them one by one. First one, simple sentence with a verbal predicate. Verbal, basically with the verbs as predicate. So I think everyone can understand this pretty well. Predicate is something happened with the subject, right? What happened with the subject? The verb. 林娜的男朋友是医生 right? In this case, 是 to be is the verb predicate, the verbal predicate 是医生。她有一个姐姐有 have, this is a verb, 有一个姐姐 the verbal predicate. 我们学习汉语 we study Mandarin, I study Mandarin verbal predicate. 她回学院 return, go back.So this is the do verb as the predicate. And these kind of sentences and this kind of verbal predicate, normally students can understand pretty well. We'll look at next one. Adjectival predicate. In Chinese sentences, adjectives, right, in red color, they could work as verbs and in a sentence as the predicate.For example, 我很好，很好 very good actually is an adjectival phrase, right? 很好. But in Chinese sentences, 很好 can directly work as a predicate, meaning you don't have to use a be verb together with all these adjectives. You don't have to say 我是好, right? Then it's wrong. 好 directly as the predicate. 这2天很忙Very busy, adjectival predicate. 这本书很有意思 Interesting, adjective directly as the predicate. No need to use verbs, especially be verbs, right? To be 是 with all these adjectives. They can directly work as verbs in sentences. Next one, nominal predicate means nouns can work as predicate. Then what kind of noun they can work as verbs in Chinese sentences or work as predicates in Chinese sentences? Basically, if the noun most of the time about numbers or the numbers, they can work directly as verbs in Chinese sentences. They don't have to you don't have to apply any verbs to be or 是 together with these nouns. For example, 22岁 20 years. So it's a noun about number, age, right? Year of age. And you can directly say 他22岁 他22 He is 22 and no need to say the is. Even though when you say is, 他是22岁 it's not really wrong, but no need to say. Noun directly as the verb in this sentence. Another example, 一斤苹果2块5 2块5 is a noun, it's a price, but still it's with numbers, right? $2.50. So directly, 1 斤of apple, $2.50. No need to say any to be, right? No need to say 是。现在8点半 Now is 8:30, 8点半 This is the time, 8:30 is a noun as well with numbers. And same, you don't have to say 是，现在是8点半 No need. even though when you say 是 it's not really wrong. 明天星期天 Sunday, right? Even though you may say there is no number, but 星期一、星期二、星期三, right? The weekdays, basically we use numbers. 星期天 Sunday is a noun about number, so you can use it directly in the sentence as a verb, but no need to say 是。明天星期天 no need to say 明天是星期天。The last kind of simple sentence is subject, predicate, phrase as predicates. So we look at examples here. 头疼, this is already a sentence, right? The red color, 头疼. Head is painful. Subject 头, predicate 疼, phrase directly, and the whole structure, right? This, it's very simple, but it's already a completed structure, a sentence. We use the whole sentence to modify another subject. So a subject predicate phrase as the predicate. Head is painful, but this sentence is about her or she. 她头疼. In that case, you don't have to say 她的头疼, right? You no need to change the head and 她 to be the subject. 她的头, no need to say this. 头疼 and use the whole sentence to modify what happened, to modify which person, 头疼. And another example, 学习很好. 学习很好 is already a sentence, a subject predicate phrase. Study, very good. Study very well. But study 很好 about whom, and you can use the whole sentence to modify 他. 他学习很好. It's about him. 学习很好. And next one, I use questions, but you should know that 怎么样 it's a question, right? 怎么样 it's a pronoun presenting the adjective. So 身体怎么样 actually is already a question. How's the body? How's the physical condition? However, this question I want to know about him. You, right? You, how are you? Physically how? But it's about you. So 身体怎么样 directly as a part of predicate to modify 你 as the subject. So these are the 4 simple sentences in Chinese language, with verb as the predicate, with adjectives as predicate, with nouns as predicates, and even with a short sentence as the predicate.